Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Left Hook. I am your host, Mark Bland, and I am super excited today because I get to talk to you guys. That's my favorite thing in the world to do, and I appreciate it every single week. Joining me, as usual, is one Mr. Jason Kull. What's going on, Jason?
I'm also excited.
You're very excited?
I like talking to people, too.
You like getting it in with people? Do you like to conversate? I know we have our relationship.
Yes.
But before you knew me, and I've seen you conversate with me to individuals, I know how we work the game. I'm just questioning are you a very
I do.
Conservative. Well, if you're conservative, though, that would be
we don't conversate. I'm kind of like the progressive guy. I'm the turning into your parents kind of thing. I'll talk to people.
Oh, the guy. You need Dr. Rick? You need Dr. Rick?
I'm the guy that's going to talk to that guy waiting to get his car. I'm the guy that's going to talk to the woman who's
You're the guy who's going to worry about. You're the guy. Are you the guy who washes your garbage cans?
No, I'm not. I don't know if I'm.
You're washing your garbage cans.
Well,
you don't need to do that.
Sometimes you have to spray out a garbage can.
Okay. Well, no, spray it out. I said wash it.
Oh, washing. No. Yeah, I'm not washing. I'll spray one out if you ever thrown some raw meat away and it got out of a bag like a raccoon tore it up. And then you got it on it touched the can. So then even after it was thrown away, the can still smelled. I had to spray that out. But no, I'm not washing them. But yeah, I'll talk to people. I love talking to people.
I'm a talker too.
Yeah.
I'm a talker too.
I like finding out what's going on with people.
You know what I hate? I hate when I lose relationships. Because as a talker, it's less people to talk to, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, that's just the way it is. And of course, nobody likes to lose a friend. Nobody likes to lose relationships. It's not fun for anybody ever.
But somehow we get by.
It happens. We get by. Ladies and gentlemen, Governor J.B. Pritzker enraged the MAGA world this past week by bluntly stating that Trump is suffering from dementia and it's growing more pronounced, Jason.
JB's very slim these days. You seen him?
He's a slimmer guy, yeah. It's time that Democrats stop beating around the bush. I'll be honest with you. I think he doesn't like that I've been so successful at pushing back on him, Pritzker told Politico's Jonathan Martin. I've been loud and proud about standing up for the people of Illinois, and I think that bothers the heck out of him, right? He, on the other hand, hates that. On the other hand, I think he, like a lot of bullies, if you push back on a bully, oftentimes they actually do take a step back, he said. I can't explain because I don't understand. I think the man has dementia. Speculation about Trump's worsening cognitive state, Jason, has accelerated in recent months as he continues to fall asleep during Oval Office meetings that we've talked about.
All the time. Struggles to stay awake, too.
Forgets things in public, misspeaks, misremembers, uses wrong names for people. There's a story the other day about Melania's Melody or whatever. He was calling her Melody instead of Melania. And by the way, confusing rants that have nothing to do with the topic on hand, too. Things like that. And by the way, there's an illegal war raging on overseas. So
he acts like he's doing something. You started it.
And he's focused on a ballroom.
Someone coming over and tearing up your house and then being like, hey, look, I cleaned it.
And he's focused on a ballroom.
Yeah, right. That we're not going to pay $1 billion for. I guess Microsoft's money is no good. It has to be our money.
One last thing Pritzker said here. I don't really understand how it works up there for him, Pritzker continued, but I can tell you that he doesn't seem to like me, mentions me very often, and sometimes completely out of the blue. He's not talking about Illinois. He's not talking about Chicago. He just somehow, I pop up in his head, and he wants to take it after me. Do you think that he had dementia in the first term, or is this a recent thing, asked Martin. I don't know, said Pritzker. It's a good question. Do you notice it more pronounced now, asked the reporter. Oh, my goodness. This time it's much more pronounced, said the governor. And I mean, from day one, in fact, during the campaign, I think I felt that. And again, look, I think it's kind of like a sad state of affairs because someone who is suffering from dementia, I mean, they genuinely need help, and there's no one around him who wants to help him. All those people are just sycophants. Okay.
You know, he's
not wrong.
No, you know, I heard from I watched a physician on a show.
What was, before you go any further, and I hate to cut you off, I'm not trying to cut you off. What was the famous argument about Joe Biden when he had to drop out of the presidential race?
Oh, he's slipping.
He was slipping, and if the people around him, they all knew about it. They were keeping it from the public, and they were being bad people
wanted an investigation
and they wanted an investigation about it. See, they always want investigations.
Jake Tapper wrote a book.
Have you ever noticed that, ladies and gentlemen? Republicans always want investigations. They always talk about law and order, but they're the first ones to run after they punch someone in the face.
Don't investigate.
And I'll sue. But, okay, Pritzker here with the dementia, though. He's not wrong.
No, because what I said before, I had watched a physician. He was on TV, and he was talking about the bruising of the hands. And he said that this is back when they thought maybe he had a stroke. Yeah. He was gone for like 4 days and wasn't around. I went to the hospital. He said there are intravenous drugs that are used that would be inserted into the hand that he said that would cause bruising. And that he said it's consistent with that type of intravenous. When someone's in the hospital, they put it right in the top of the hand there. He's old. He's 79. Otherwise, it's not from shaking hands because the top of his hand's bruised.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is all wild. Every week we come on the show, we talk to you out there, the radio fans listening to us at KRLL or WIBH or one of the other stations, listen to us around the country. And we come on here and we want to talk to you about stories. And the stories we want to bring to you are, this situation's going on or that situation's going on. But all of them all wrap back around to Donald Trump every time.
Right.
And every time we get back to Donald Trump, he seems to be slipping and having a lot of issues, or he says something dumb, or he does something dumb.
Right.
Or something else happens and he doesn't care. Right now, we just mentioned he's focused on a ballroom.
Yeah, that we
he's
need
very
now.
Focused on a ballroom. He had UFC fighters who came to the White House to celebrate that they were going to fight on the front lawn.
Isn't that nice?
And while he was in the middle of that little back and forth spiel with all of them, the two fighters fighting each other were standing directly next to him. He was talking to one about how well were they going to do in their fight, and that guy said, I'm gonna beat the guy 100%. Well, the guy he was going against was the American,
right.
Justin Gaethje. He was talking to Ilya Tapora, a guy from overseas, and literally, basically was like, you're going to beat him 100%? Yeah, he's going to beat him 100%. And it's they are high-fiving each other, and it was going to be great. And Justin's just sitting there like, you're high-fiving over him beating me.
Meanwhile, one guy in that room is just taking a dump in his pants.
But, ladies and gentlemen, America first. Remember? Donald Trump is America first. It's all about America first.
That's why we invaded Iran.
That's why we worry about Maduro in Venezuela.
Right?
That's why we're worried about oil wells in other countries. We're worried about the Strait of Hormuz way over there. We're worried about what China's going to do, and if they're going to do this way over there. Everything seems to be way over there except for ICE. ICE is right here.
Right there, shooting unarmed people.
And Tom Homan has explained that ICE is doing their job. He's really happy with it. Mark Wayne Mullins decided to let everybody know that they've been not telling the press when they're doing their little ICE things because they don't need all that coverage going on because it makes people notice them. And so they're still doing everything at the same levels they were before when everybody was protesting and complaining. There's just less of that going on, and they're getting away with a lot more right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Think about who's at the helm of ICE right now. You have a man who was on an FBI wiretap or surveillance taking a $50,000 bribe.
That's correct.
And an idiot.
Right. Well,
that's who's in charge.
A guy with two first names.
A guy with two first names.
Mark Wayne.
Who challenged someone to a fight during a Senate hearing. He challenged
right
one of the people who were there.
Yeah.
He tried to fight him. It was the head of the Teamsters Union.
Right.
He was there testifying. Yeah. That's the head of ICE.
And my point, like...
we're running for it, man.
Okay. Mark Wayne Mullen vowed to complete the border wall. Think about
oh my Lord.
The wall. Remember the wall? Guys, you never thought that you were going to have to hear about the stupid wall again. But once again, as is with all Republicans at all times, every old argument is another new argument. So, if it's an argument from the Civil War, it's an argument today. If it's an argument from civil rights, it's an argument today. By the way, I saw an amazing thing. I wish I would have clipped it and brought it in to play and be a part of the show, because it was about voting rights and the gerrymandering that's going on.
Yes.
And it was in response to the situation in Memphis and how that's getting all messed up in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
And they've taken that from the people of Memphis or whatever. And it's kind of ridiculous that a whole town worth, I don't know, 500,000, maybe more people.
Yeah.
There could be 1 million plus people in Memphis for all I know. Yeah. And you're going to take all their vote away, basically.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
All for a guy who was found civilly liable for sexual abuse.
Exactly. With children. Yeah. With children.
And potentially with children.
Yeah.
More than likely with children, based on the way he acts.
Allegedly.
I mean, you know, we've always said, if you had two people and you lost $20 and you asked one, where's my $20? And they were like, oh, let's get to the bottom of it. Maybe I should speak publicly about it. And then the other one tells you you're an idiot. And anyone who wants to know what happened to that $20 is a loser.
Yeah.
Which one do you think had something to do with the disappearance of
Exactly. Exactly. No, you make a great point. But this individual is explaining that in this video that they're basically... It's the same argument over and over again. We don't want black people to have the right to vote.
No, because they won't vote for us.
They won't vote for us. But every single time that they're campaigning, they're like, all the blacks love us more than all the Democrats. We do more for the blacks. We give them more employment for the blacks. Always, they talk about unemployment with the blacks a lot because they do the most for them. So obviously, the largest contingent of individuals who would vote for Republicans are obviously, Jason, black people. That's why it's a problem, taking away their rights from them. But the argument in the video was, it's always the same argument that we're still having, and it's because white people don't want the black people to have that right to vote properly.
Right.
And ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if that's very untrue at this point. No, I'm not one of these people that goes around spreading misinformation or conspiracy or anything like that. That's not who I am.
That's not at all.
That's not us at all. That's just not our style.
We've always said, if you have to lie, then you've already lost.
You've already lost.
If you're lying in a debate, you've already lost.
Listen, Jason's rode with me for 10 years. We've taught, listen, he has had people come at him multiple times over the years about me as his co-host. I've had people come at me about him as my co-host. But I'll tell you this, Jason is one of those people. If I was truly lying about any of the stuff that I do or say, or the people I know, or any of these things, he would just walk. Like, he wouldn't need to be here.
Either one of us would do that.
There would be no reason. Now, Jason can have his private life. Sure, he can have his own life, and he can have things that go on in his life, but that are not my business. But at the same point, if there's anything I ever lied to Jason about, he'd have the right to walk on me because, you don't lie to your friends. You don't lie to the people you work with. You don't lie.
Like, neither one of us would come in to do a show and be like, hey, I've got this fake story. I'm going to put it out like it's real.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell everybody that Donald Trump did things with children, and that's what I want to do because that's who we are, and we need to put this out. No.
But yet the other side does that on purpose.
Laura Loomer has admitted that she has done things in favor to help other individuals in regards to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, I mean,
quid pro quo
lying.
is very heavy on the Republican side. They say all the grift, right? The grift is heavy, right? The Krasensteins?
Grift.
You said it was grift?
Grift's on both sides. People are out saying...
Cybertruck grifting.
Cybertruck grifting. Cybertruck. The worst vehicle you can own.
All right, check this out. We're going to take a quick break here on the show. When we come back, Jay... I'm going to bring this back up. We'll talk about the Krasenstein and the Cybertruck. We'll be back right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to The Left Hook. Mark Bland over here. Jason Kull is over there. And Jason, before we went to the break, sir.
Yes.
I had brought up one Mr. Brian Krasinski.
Yes.
And I had said that something with a Cybertruck had happened.
Yes.
And maybe you could fill our wonderful listeners around the world on this story, because Brian Krasinski is a well-known political influencer.
Yes.
Who's a liberal.
Total liberal.
And him and his brother have amassed millions of followers.
Yes. Over 1 million for at least Brian.
On their different platforms.
Yes.
Okay. Now, we'll go from there. Those are the people that are involved. Go.
Yeah, so they're your classic liberal. Everything Trump does is terrible. Elon Musk is awful. Well, so I don't follow either one of the brothers. I've muted them. I don't like their posting, the way they talk. I don't like them. I think they're engagement farming. I've always thought this from the very beginning. I think they post things trying to get you to click. Because
they might not like you.
Yes, they might not like you because...
You, Jason.
Oh, yeah, no, they don't.
They might not like you.
No, they might not like me. So, he posts, I might get hate for this, but I bought a Cybertruck. And he says, I value my family's safety. I also don't want to pollute the air with $5 gasoline.
Sure. Okay.
And then he goes, it says something else I don't remember, but
no, that's fine. That's fair.
But he got the obvious blowback, and he begins to attack everyone for how dare you, and he tells them you're on X, so that means you failed the purity test, and he's wrong. Because X, even though Elon owns it, X is where the fight is. X is where the battles are. X is where everything is happening. That is where the misinformation is. That is where people like the Krasensteins should be, but they shouldn't be. Buying a Tesla Cybertruck does not equal going on Twitter to attack misinformation.
Now, hold on. It gets better.
Yes.
It gets better. Because just a few hours ago, sir, he says, I've listened. I've reflected.
Yes.
I've grown. After losing 6,000 followers for buying a Cybertruck.
That's right.
I realized I needed a vehicle that better aligns with my followers' environmental expectations and moral values. So I traded it in for a beauty that gets 7 miles per gallon and personally accelerates glacier melt every time I tap the gas pedal. The good news is it has absolutely no connection to Elon Musk. Looking forward to earning back your trust and hopefully those 6,000 refollows.
Right.
And it's a Super Duty Ford
AI massive truck.
Ford truck. Yeah. And so
that's your proof right there.
Okay, he's a troll. Okay, so he's a troll. You and me have dealt with trolls a million times. Now, that's a troll move.
He's not a real
Brian Krasenstein is a troll, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, he's mad. Now, he's butthurt. You don't like his Cybertruck because it's cool.
There you go. And I'm not listen. I personally don't care one way or the other about the Krasenstein brothers.
I only saw it because someone posted.
In the past, their posts have always been seen by a lot of people because they just have that many followers.
Yes.
More than a lot of other people that are very popular.
Although he's under 1 million now. But he'll probably get a bunch of MAGA followers.
But you know what? Like, the Krasensteins fall into this category of individuals that I call out as the people that I don't feel deserve to be where they're at. Okay? And it's not that I think that I'm better than them or you're better than them or somebody else is better than them. No. What I'm trying to explain is that, like, I see the way certain people move. And I see the way that they align with the political parties and the situations that go on. And, like, Ron Filipkowski, which is another political influencer, comes off more like a journalist who's, like, just pinning out lines while he's finding stories. And then he's just like, yo, check this one out. And this is my opinion on this real quick. Yeah. Or sometimes he'll write his own stuff and be like, check my own stuff out. It's pretty cool. Like that. That's not the Krasensteins. They're always just pitching the biggest story that's on. It's post. Yeah. In fact, like right now, if I went to the Krasensteins,
there'd be a link to some story. So and so's done this.
Let's go see. I'm going to go to Krasenstein right now. He's worried about Poly Market and whether Karen Bass gets reelected as mayor. Something about the international trade has just ruled against Trump's alternate method of reintroducing tariffs. Oh, which, by the way,
I saw that.
I had heard a little bit about this. Trump lost again.
Like he's going to follow it.
On these tariffs.
I don't even know why they take him to court. He's not going to follow it.
Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is all you need to know about Donald Trump and his economic understanding of the United States of America.
Yeah.
When he first got into office, he said he was going to re-implement some tariffs. And some people questioned him about that, some press people. And one of those press people asked him, what's the need for the tariff? Like what physically happened, or like was something said or done, or like
Yeah.
He said in the press conference it was a terrible trade deal that was put together. And ladies and gentlemen, the trade deal he was specifically talking about was the US-Mexico-Canada deal that he created after we had NAFTA.
Yeah, he got rid of NAFTA and created that thing.
The North American free trade, absolutely free. Everything was free, so there was no extra cost to the United States, because as we all learned, tariff is just a tax on the American people.
Not free.
We end up paying the burden of that. So, not free.
That's more proof of the dementia right there. He doesn't even remember a bill that he signed.
And that was something he did in his first term.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's his economic understanding of things. He doesn't.
No.
He doesn't understand what he's attacking or what he's going after or why he's really doing it. He just is trying to live out others' fever dreams. You know who we haven't heard from in a couple of weeks?
Yeah.
Is our boy Pete Hegseth. Like, we just haven't heard from him or about him. Like Cash has really been doing his thing.
He had a pretty terrible House hearing as well. And that's what preceded Pam Bondi's firing, was a pretty terrible House hearing. So I wonder what's up for him next.
You want to hear about a terrible House hearing? Take a listen to this, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ro Khanna.
If Donald Trump had seen the video transcript, he would have fired Howard Lutnick. It was really embarrassing. He was asked very straightforward questions about whether he regretted misleading the American people.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. We've got. He said he would fire Howard Lutnick. Another individual spoke on this. That was Ro Khanna. Another individual spoke on this and said that they were in there too.
Uh-huh.
And they said that Lutnick basically came clean on the thing. It was like, we are purposely blah, 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 and then like this, and like made everybody's eyes widen up, and it was just like craziness.
Well,
and that's why he said he would have fired Howard Lutnick on the spot.
Remember the Senate hearing or the House hearings about steroids, and Rafael Palmeiro pointed his finger at the panel and was like, I have never done steroids, period. That's Howard Lutnick. I said I would never
Rafael Palmeiro,
ever talk to him again.
Rafael Palmeiro, who was Jose Canseco's teammate.
Yeah.
And Canseco literally wrote in a book years before this moment on stage in front of everybody, wrote in the book, I had physically
injected this man,
Rafael Palmeiro, with these things. He stood up there and pointed at all of them and said it wasn't true. And then we all found out
it was
all true. And they literally, oh my God, to this day, I'll never forget, they just trashed Jose Canseco for like a decade straight in baseball. That steroid pumping freak loser. He deserves to never be in the Hall of Fame or play baseball again. And he was the one that was telling the truth.
That's Howard Lutnick. Remember he told them, how dare you think I would ever. He's like, I told my wife I will never ever be around that disgusting man again. Oh, except for 3 more times. All right. And once with my entire family.
Jason, we're going to play a quick game.
Yes.
This is a very fun, quick game. I think that you are going to enjoy.
I love games.
The hell out of this, okay?
Heck yeah.
By the way, with the Krasenstein thing, we never really finished it off. The situation with them is simply that they're doing all this grifting, but they're trying to be liberals,
and they're just
still doing things that are on the other side. Now, you can, I'm a moderate. Yeah. I pull from both sides. Sometimes I drive a truck. I drive a truck
right?
around.
I got no problem with it.
I'll drive I just got my son an e-bike. So I'm cool with the electric side of things.
Yeah.
I don't care. I want everybody to be happy, period.
You know what he's like? It's like Bill Maher. Bill Maher, I hate Trump. I hate Trump. I hate Trump. Oh, I'm going to go have dinner with Trump at the White House.
Yeah, I'm going to. Exactly.
It's like, come on,
I'm going to go have dinner with Trump at the White House.
It's all, you're just engagement farming.
I'm going to name some names.
All right.
And when I'm done naming these names.
Is this a kill?
All you have to do. Oh, we should do some of those. I might do when we do our next break. We might come back with
a couple.
Some kill Mary. Yeah. We might do that. That's kind of fun. All right, so here we go. Let's see here. Barack Obama.
Yes.
Joe Biden.
Ooh, already I like this.
Hillary Clinton.
Okay.
Gavin Newsom.
All right.
Pete Buttigieg.
All right, like that guy.
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie's okay.
AOC.
All right. See, has her place.
And our friend Kamala Harris.
Okay.
Now,
please don't run.
That's the list of people I've given you.
Yes.
Some esteemed people on that list. A couple of presidents in there.
That's a speaking tour. That's
a hell of a speaking tour right there. If I got
that's an evening.
First off, Obama, Biden, and Clinton alone, Hillary Clinton alone, right there. That's a 2.5 hours.
Those are headlining acts individually.
That's an hour and a half of solid speaking that I'd like to do. That's fine. Right, yeah. That's just a night right there.
Yeah.
That's dinner and a night there.
This might be a weekend thing.
Now, I gave you, it looks like 8 names.
Mm-hmm.
They all have something in common. Can you tell me what it is that all 8 of those names have in common?
They're all Democrats.
They are all Democrats, but that's not what I'm looking for.
Huh.
What do they have in common?
They are all going to Obama's library in June?
No.
What do they have in common?
Well, Jason, what they have in common is they're all not in the Epstein files.
Oh, that's a good one.
Every single one of those people is not in the Epstein files. Yeah. The main character who is in the Epstein files, Donald Trump. Yeah. He's in the Epstein files a lot.
Like Epstein's in the Trump files.
By the way, they just released the note he supposedly wrote.
Some weird.
Yeah, like, I'm going out of this world. Like, what am I supposed to say? Who gives a crap? Like, am I supposed to cry about this?
Here's the thing. That's a guy who had a lot of stuff on a lot of people.
Do you really think that okay.
Why would he do that?
Hold on. Let me look this up real quick.
He could do a year.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. I have to look this up. Epstein letter, okay? Let me see if I can pull this up real quick.
His last pen note to himself, apparently.
Okay, here we go. This is supposedly Jeffrey Epstein's suicide note.
All right.
It was written in barely legible, handwritten to his then cellmate Nicholas Tartleone. Okay?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Cellmate to that guy.
They investigated me for months, found nothing. So 16-year-old charge results. It is a treat to be able to choose one's time to say goodbye. What you want me to do? Bust out crying? No fun. Not worth it. Okay. And the way it's written, no fun in all capital letters and then a dash and not worth it exclamation point as an underline. The word no fun is underlined, and it's like, why would Jeffrey Epstein sound like Trump? Because Trump would say, no fun, not worth it. I'll do what I'm going to do. Yeah. You're going to be turned to glass. Yeah. That sounds like something he would. 16-year-old charge results. Treat to be able to choose one's time to say goodbye. Who would say that? But this one, what you want me to do? Bust out crying? That sounds like an old mobster language. Like, what you want me to do? Bust out crying or something? Shorty, it's okay. I'm not going to cry. Like, that's what it sounds like to me. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Jeffrey Epstein does not sound like he would be trying to do Boardwalk Empire.
No,
but do you know what Boardwalk Empire does sound like?
Performative.
It sounds like it is definitely in New Jersey on the Atlantic City boardwalk, just like Donald Trump used to be and just like he wants to be. Ladies and gentlemen.
Like that letter was written by Don Jr.
It probably was.
Right? That's who talks like that.
We're going to take a quick break here on the show. When we come back, more with myself and our friend Jason Kull. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to The Left Hook. It's a beautiful day out there. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Jason Kull is here with me right now. And Jason, this is what Thomas Massey, before we went to the break, I said Thomas Massey, I had something from Thomas Massey. I wanted you to check this out. Might have been during the break. Take a listen to this, Jason.
For taking on those threats, Lauren Boebert, they took her over to the Situation Room, right? Like, this is where, if they're trying to kill or capture Osama bin Laden, this is where they are at the White House. They took her into the Situation Room and tried to whip her into taking her name off of the discharge petition.
Over Epstein.
Over Epstein, yep. And then the president vetoed a bill that would have brought water to a large portion of Colorado. Like,
over Epstein.
Over Epstein. And this isn't even, at this point, it's not just about Lauren Boebert. Why are people in Colorado deprived of water? Because their representative wants to expose a sex trafficking ring.
I mean, none of this makes any sense at all.
For taking on those threats, Lauren Boebert.
So there you go.
Right?
Sorry about that, ladies.
And he's right. Why? Why are you doing that to the people of Colorado over that? Because you're in it. Because you're guilty. Because you're a sick, disgusting man. Like, people that follow him, man, wise up. Like, they would not let this go with just some random guy who worked at a place that they go to or in a building with people they know, you know what I mean? And they talked about this guy or a guy they knew. No one would put up with this. They wouldn't be like, oh, people make stuff up about him all the time. They'd be like, oh, that guy's a sick piece of whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to explain to you that, like, as he said in the clip, the Situation Room is for specific uses and purposes. Now, is it mic'd? I'm sure it is.
Probably.
But is it probably one of the most secure places where no one has anything inside of it? Yeah, probably. So if there was a place on this earth you wanted to go to try to get away with something, that would be the perfect place to go.
I guarantee if you had a phone, it's not working inside that room.
By the way, all because of Epstein. We're trying to get their names off the petition to discharge papers and this, that, and the other, and they just won't let it go. And by the way, we're well past the date when it was all supposed to be released and all supposed to be discussed. And Congress, by the way, when was the last time, Jason, you saw Congress, most of the Republicans and most of the Democrats all in the chamber at the same time discussing politics of any sort, and all show, like C-SPAN used to be nonstop, literally almost every day for 3 months.
Oh, sure.
It would just be the hall and everyone in there milling around voting and the yays and the nays on the board, and then like for like 6 hours every day for like months and months. Now nothing. There's like a video every once in a while of a vote that happens at midnight while everyone's sleeping.
Yeah, they sneak in there to get something passed.
It has to be. That's how they do it in all these. That's supposedly how they did it down there in the Tennessee situation with the Memphis thing.
I tell you what, man, if the Democrats take the House back that next day, I can't wait to see Mike Johnson.
I'm just going to say this to you guys one time, and I'm saying it here on the show. I hope you understand this isn't a threat of any sort, because I don't threaten people, and we don't threaten people. This is not a threat in that regard. I think it's pretty obvious. If you continue on this path, these things possibly could be used against you. Think about that, Jason. The things that they're doing right now.
Oh, for sure.
Any moves. If Democrats get in, imagine them putting their own version of Pete Hegseth, who's a drunk, doing whatever he wants. But this time, Mark and Jason go, it's okay. He's fine. We don't care if he does that.
You guys are losers.
And then they go and they find someone to just rifle through your mom's Social Security and stuff. And we just go, oh, it's cool. We love it. We call that the Democratic way. That's its new thing, the Democratic way.
Doing that.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like, you guys would be crazy. Like, this is okay. Jason, we've got to move on, because Too much of that leads to nothing of any value. I do have the FMK, the Screw, Marry, Kill.
That's right.
We're going to do breakfast food edition. I think that we could get it in on breakfast edition. I like this. Ladies and gentlemen,
some hot bacon.
It's morning time, right? 9 a.m. You might stop by Denny's after listening to this and get yourself some waffles, some French toast, or some pancakes. So let's start off there. Jay.
Start eyeballing those eggs.
Pancakes, waffles, French toast. FMK, homie.
Okay. I'm gonna F those pancakes.
You're gonna do that, okay.
Well, you know what? No, I'm gonna F the French toast.
Okay.
And I'm gonna marry the pancakes.
Okay.
So I can eat them all the time.
Okay.
And then I'm going to kill
wow.
waffles.
Okay.
Because I don't like them as much as the other two. And French toast is something different every now and then when you're sick of pancakes.
Now, I'm not going to describe it the same way as Jason does. Jason needed to do it the Pornhub way, evidently, because it's the only way he knows. Mark, on the other hand, is just going to be normal and go, all right, for my F, I think I'm going to go pancakes.
I just love pancakes.
Marry. I think I'm gonna marry my French toast and kill the waffles.
See, waffles dies all the time.
I think I'm gonna kill the waffles. Yeah. Nothing against waffles.
No,
listen.
Fine.
Waffles are what I consider a poor man's version of French toast, and like that is.
Yeah.
Oh, we did it this way with a honeycomb, so to make you think it's like, no, it sounds like you just made it way more difficult because it's so easy to just pour pancakes and flip them real quick.
I wonder what waffle irons were before they were waffle irons. Did they make something like, why make a waffle like that? I don't know.
Right,
waffle
exactly.
Mean uneven.
I'm wondering if it just happened to be what they had on hand at the time to try their special idea, and it just seemed to work that way.
Starving, and we're like, let's eat this. Pour it
All
on
right.
that.
Now, Jason, do you know what a yogurt parfait is?
I do. They're very delicious.
They are delicious.
Yeah.
Well, it's a part of our next FMK, so get ready. We're going to do yogurt parfait.
Okay.
Oatmeal.
Okay, yeah, all right.
And cereal. Okay. I see the look on your face. I see the wheels are turning. Now, this could be interesting. I want to. Wow. The Mary one is hard. I guess. You know, I think I'm gonna F. My F is going to be yogurt parfait.
Yeah.
I think my Mary's going to be cereal because there's so many varieties of it.
Forever.
So that's it. Like the yogurt parfait feels like that's a special night, right? That's one night stand material right there. You don't do a yogurt parfait every morning.
No.
Those are the people that stay in Starbucks lines for an hour and a half. I got to be at work at 8. They leave at 7. They're in line until 8:30. They show up at 8:45, and the boss never fires Marie or Mary Ann or whatever her name is.
Eat a yogurt parfait.
All right, so we're F. F is going to be yogurt parfait for me. Cereal is going to be my Mary. Kill oatmeal. I don't need the oatmeal. Even though oatmeal, I can handle it. I'm just going to kill it all.
You know,
oatmeal's just like, to me, I'll tell you what oatmeal is.
Yes.
Oatmeal is, hey, at one point in history, we had a lot less travel and a lot less trade going on and a lot less things going on. Oatmeal for me runs into the same category like stewed tomatoes runs into the category. It's like, oh, that's from when they used to ration things. So they had to do stuff with the extra tomatoes. So they'd stew the tomatoes and then they would pour it over goulash. Yeah, exactly. And that's how they would do it to like make things stretch. We don't have to do that now.
No,
at least right now we don't. This exact second.
Yeah, it's
give
coming.
Donald Trump another straight and he might blow that up too.
Get ready to start eating goulash, everyone.
Jay, where you at, man?
I'm following right.
You're following right
exactly
in the same.
But like oatmeal, I don't mind oatmeal. But come on, a yogurt parfait. I could put some oatmeal on top of it.
All right, now this one's gonna be good. This one's gonna be good because we're gonna move into the world of eggs.
Ooh, I love eggs.
Eggs Benedict.
Ooh, okay, that's my least favorite.
Omelets.
Fantastic.
And scrambled eggs.
Oh.
Now remember, the beauty of eggs, I think, is it doesn't matter whether it's an omelet, scrambled eggs, or eggs Benedict. There's so many things you can put on them or with them.
Sure, yeah.
And in all three of these formats, they can be mixed with a lot of other things. Yeah. So there's a lot of ways you can go. Where are you going to go? I want to hear what you think on this one.
So I think I'm gonna F the scrambled egg. No, you know what? Take the back. I'm gonna F the omelet.
Okay.
I eat omelets the least out of eggs. I'm gonna marry scrambled eggs. And then the eggs Benedict, I don't really ever eat that.
Okay.
But with, like you said, but you can do so much. Like with scrambled eggs, you can put peppers and onions and ham in it and bacon in it and whatever, you know?
Now, listen.
And with an omelet, you can put whatever you want.
What was your F?
F is the omelet.
See, for me...
Because I want eggs, I want that scrambled all the time.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna probably F. My F will be the omelet.
Yeah,
and then my Mary would be the scrambled eggs, and my kill would be the eggs Benedict. I
almost flip flopped it, but scrambled eggs is a lot easier to make than omelet. It takes some time.
All right, one more bad boy before we move on to another topic. Cinnamon roll, bagel, and a donut.
Okay. They're firing on cylinders.
Wow. Okay, so this is easy for me. I want to hear what yours is.
I'm gonna F the cinnamon roll.
Okay, that's where I'd be.
Marry the donut.
Yep, that's where I'm at.
Kill that bagel.
Kill the bagel. The bagel, it's so generic. It's like bread.
There was one time in my life I tried to do something and I took bagels to work and like I cut them in half and made sandwiches out of bagels. And it turned out terribly. Like the bagel was too big. Because I had that somewhere, and they must have used like really small bagels.
Okay, see, I feel like some of these set themselves up: avocado toast, biscuits and gravy, and a chocolate croissant. Okay. And I go, what? Okay, so my F is probably the chocolate croissant. The kill is the avocado toast, and I'm probably gonna marry the biscuits and gravy. Like that seems the most obvious. Now I'm sure there's some people on the West Coast that be like, I'm marrying avocado toast.
Yeah,
but like
my daughter likes that. But if I'm putting something on it, maybe. But avocados on their own as the only
the
flavor.
Chocolate croissant has to be the F.
Well, yeah, because I can get the chocolate.
Oh, it's also rich. It's creamy.
Like if avocado toast and I put like some tomato on it and some seasoning or something, then maybe I get into that. But just avocado, like avocado is good when it's on something with stuff. But when avocado is the stuff, it's not as good.
Now, last one. I just want to throw this one in here real last quick. This would be a good one. This is a good one for all of you out there too. Listen.
Yes.
Breakfast sandwich.
Oh, good stuff.
Breakfast taco. Breakfast burrito. Your favorite way, however you. I've had all three.
I have not had a taco.
The breakfast taco, I personally feel, would be my. That'd probably be my Mary.
Was it just like
I hate to say that because, you know, like you've been to McDonald's a million times and gotten yourself a McGriddle or whatever. Yeah. So the sandwich aspect of burritos, I'm gonna kill. I'm gonna marry the taco and then I'm gonna F the F is the breakfast
sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna F the burrito.
Okay.
And then the sandwich I'm gonna marry. I gotta kill a taco because I've never had one.
Okay.
But it sounds good.
That's fair. I understand.
I remember the burritos that McDonald's used to sell, not the ones they have now, like the old ones that had like peppers and onions in it. And picante sauce.
I never understood why.
They're so good.
Listen, I understand. So Jason, are you peppers, onions cool with all that?
Yeah.
Okay, see, I'm not a peppers, onions cool with that. Now listen, but at the same point, I understand their value in flavor.
Yes.
I understand that they can make things taste a certain way, and I wish if they could find a way to just like use oils or whatever of those things to make these things get to where they want them. That would be great for me, but most of the time they have to put the physical things in. And for me, it's always a texture thing.
Yeah.
And when I'm biting into eggs and they're very soft and easy and smush, and then all of a sudden I a little crunch from like a little pepper or something like that, it throws me off. And it's just one of those things. That's who I am as a person. But listen, it's time for us to get out of here on the show. I want to say thank you very much for being on the show once again.
Thanks to people tuning in.
Thanks to all of you out there who listen to the show every single week. If you want to get a hold of the show, you want to get a hold of me, you want to get a hold of Jason, you want to get a hold of something, you can go to markbland.net. I'm working on a website direct for the show. So I'm hoping to have something soon, but it's coming along. But outside of that, you can find old episodes, new episodes, and everything else in between there. And don't miss us every single Saturday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, WIBHradio.com, newsradio.krll.info, or you can always listen to us anytime at markbland.net. That's going to do it for the show. We will see you guys next time.
1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell them bring another round, we need plenty more. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. Oh my, good Lord.